Hey everybody, Harrison, I'm back once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to episode 16 of Dre Talks. At least I think it's episode 16. They've actually been such a long time since I've done one of these, I've lost count, like I always tend to do with these things. This is just me talking about topics of life and things that may not necessarily be Formula 1 related, but in this case actually is, and features games I don't normally play. Welcome back to Forza Horizon. This is the last time I kind of played a game like this. I think it was actually the very first episode of Dre Talks I did Forza Horizon on, back when I was talking about Mickey Emotions and Athlete going to war last year. That seems like such a long time ago now. I miss Athlete a lot as it goes. Anywho, I wanted to talk about something that happened to me last night. If you guys follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, you probably already know what I'm talking about here. But for those who don't, one, you're missing out. Please do. Links in the description. And two, for those guys who didn't know, I was at the Zoom auction in Hyde Park Corner the other day, Park Lane. Really fancy hotel, actually. I looked so out of place. You could just smell the money in the air as I was walking around it. It was ridiculous. For those asking me how I got there, I think the situation was this. Like, basically, I do work experience part-time. I work part-time in a radio company. It's called Zone 1 Radio. It's based in Hammersmith. It's about an hour away from where I live, in Greenford. And yeah, it's a great place. I mean, basically I signed up to it because I had to, first of all, because it was part of a university assignment called Industry Experience, where you basically got to spend 40 hours in a working establishment and, sign off for it, and basically, as the name of the module suggests, get some industry experience. So I chose to go to a radio firm, and mainly because it was often the go-to place, because it tended to hire a lot of students anyway, because, these places are like, free labor and whatnot. They love that kind of shit. Sorry to be cynical, it's just the truth about how these things kind of work. Yeah, but basically I did my 40 hours there, but I ended up liking the place so much I decided to stay on. I didn't want to go. I was enjoying it too much. The guy in charge, Matthew, was a really great guy. I was working with some really nice people. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it, and Matthew seemed to be really enthusiastic about me and what I could do for the company, and they decided to keep me on, and I didn't have a desire to really leave. So I thought, hey, why not just give up one Friday afternoon or one Thursday afternoon a week to go down there and do some cool things. I'm now part of their motorsport show. It's called London GP. It's obviously because Zone 1 Radio is based in London, and Grand Prix sounds cool. So I'm part of their show now. I do basically called the Race Weekend segment, where I talk about all the latest news in motorsport and whatnot, and it's pretty cool that I'm now a part of their show after just like a month down there. And I'm very fortunate. The guy Matthew says I'm a natural, that to be this good after just 4 recordings is crazy, and I'm very honoured and very humbled by that. It's fantastic to think that I could fit in so well, and for a guy that struggled to fit in life, it's very nice to have that kind of feeling. And basically, I realised quite early that Matthew, my boss, works really hard at contacts and connections, which is what you have to do in this kind of industry. It's cutthroat media, I can tell you that for nothing. From all the experiences I've been told working with other people, it's a very cutthroat industry, and you need contacts, you need people to work with. And this is a guy, Matthew, that's interviewed just about everyone important in Formula 1. Says he's done interviews with Sebastian Vettel and Jake Humphrey, all of the BBC F1 crew, Damon Hill in the past, and it's awesome. But anyway, Wednesday night I come home from work. I work part-time in a Matalan as a stockroom assistant. Basically, I open boxes, but I don't want to say I open boxes because it doesn't sound as nice. I came home pretty miserable that Wednesday night, and I got an email from Matthew, and it was basically saying it was a forwarded email talking about this Zoom auction event, and basically how Matthew had managed to score press passes for the event. Because he told them about Zone 1 Radio, their listenership, their clientele, their listener base, which was great. and he said he wanted to bring me along for it. He said in the email, I'm going to bring my colleague Andre Harrison along, and is that all right? And I said, yeah, sure. And they said, are you down for it? I was coming in the next day anyway, so I thought, yeah, we'll talk about it more when I'm down there. And next thing you know, I was invited down to basically take photos and take audio and whatnot. It was a pretty crazy experience. And yeah, Friday night, boom, I was there, Park Lane. Me and Matthew. I was standing right next to the paparazzi, right outside the hotel, where there was a friggin' red carpet and boards and like a proper, like red carpet awards ceremony evening kind of thing. I was like 5 feet away from a whole heap of Sky Sports camera crew, and with microphones. They were going to interview Damon Hill and try and get a few words with obviously, because Damon Hill's one of their own. They were just going to try and get pictures and get photographs. And the next thing these guys have got like £1,000 laptops and MacBooks and fancy professional cameras next to them. I've got my iPhone 3. I'm a bit outruled here on this one. It wasn't pretty. But that's the fun of it all, really. I was wearing my suit and shirt, and I had Converses and a flat cap on. I was the classy one. My boss Matthew was just in a shoddy coat and a pink shirt and jeans. He looked so out of place. It was hilarious. But yeah, as they were coming down, all the fancy names started coming on about 6 o'clock. I think first up was Damon Hill. They got a lot of pictures of Damon Hill down there. Then Susie Perry, BBC F1's anchor in the UK, came down, and she was looking very glowing in orange. I might stick a few pictures of what I actually took towards the end of the vid. I might add some pictures in the end in case you guys want to see some of them. They're not great because obviously paparazzi lights kind of got in the way, but I don't think they were too bad. So yeah, Susie Perry came down. She looked fantastic. Then Tamara Ecclestone came along with her partner. She's 5 months pregnant, but she still looks fantastic, glowing. She looks amazing. You wouldn't think she was 5 months pregnant on the first glance or something like that. She looks great. And then Bernie arrived. And I'll tell you what, Bernie he's just as short in real life than he is on television. He is a strong 5'0". He really is that short. In person, he was looking very dapper. And whatnot, and he was. I don't think he had to look at someone that probably didn't really want to be there, if I'm being honest. But I think he was doing it more because his daughter, I think, brought him along for it, and it sounded like a good idea. So that was nice. Yeah, his partner was along for that, and then Christian Horner came out. Christian Horner, the current boss of Red Bull Racing, came down. I was like, oh my god, it's Christian Horner, and it's kind of a gut because then all the paps then came inside pretty much, or they packed up and went away. And Claire Williams, the team principal of Williams right now, I think deputy team principal, came along as well, but she was she didn't get any photos taken, which is kind of sad because I really like her. I think some of them stuck around for Vanessa Feltz as well, but that was about it. The breakfast radio host and TV personality Vanessa Feltz was down there as well. And we came upstairs, really glamorous event. It was swank. There was statues everywhere. There was basically the Zoom auction is basically an auction where Formula 1 drivers and personalities within the sport have taken pictures over the course of the season, and they've printed them and they've signed them and then they've donated them as an auction, and the proceeds go to Great Ormond Street Hospitals. And then people who know me very well will know that Great Ormond Street is a charity that's obviously very close to my heart because of my sister's leukemia that was 3 years ago now. Crazy how it's been 3 years, but yeah, I mean, as I said, it's all for Great Ormond Street. It was all for charity, and there was some great pictures down there. They had the book of all the pictures in them as well. I actually forgot to buy that, even though I didn't have money on me. It's kind of a bummer because I brought my card along, but I just couldn't be asked. I'm terrible like that. But before the auction started, we actually got a chance to interview Bernie Ecclestone, and there really is an aura around Bernie, and it must be the money. It's like if I got within 3 feet of him, I think my hand would start burning. It's like he's got a radiation of money, like he must have 1 billion to enter. That kind of thing. But Bernie, he's just like he is on TV, very sharp, very witty, very funny, very entertaining guy, and you kind of got to have a bit of a gift of the gab to you, to have that kind of money, and to have that kind of charisma is probably just natural more than anything else. So he was fantastic. Great interview. We got a good 2-3 minutes with him, and I shook his hand, and I was like, I'm never washing this hand again. and then the auction started. There were some great pictures there. Do you remember, if anybody remembers Fernando Alonso when he took that selfie at Monza? That was one of the headlining pictures. I think that actually was the highest sold lot in the end. It went for, I think, £3,250. I think what's funny as well was that James Martin, the celebrity TV chef in the UK, who's also a very keen petrol head, also tried to bid it. He actually lost in the end, funnily enough. Bernie Ecclestone's was up there, and Bernie came up on stage to help sell his. Bernie bought his item back, which I found hilarious. It was like, I don't think there was that much interest in Bernie's picture, but I don't think his ego could take that picture only going for like 500 quid. So he got bumped up. I think it ended up going for about 2,500 in the end, which was great. Sebastian Vettel's went for about 500. That was pretty gutting on my part, as I could have won that thing. That would have been pretty nice. One to hang up on the bedroom wall. Max Chilton donated pictures. Pastor Maldonado, Felipe Massa was in there. I'm trying to think who else donated pictures. Nico Rosberg had a fantastic one. It was a selfie of him in a $100 million Mercs, and his face was in the wing mirror. It was great. I'll put a link to the website in the description so you can see all the pictures everybody put up. Claire Williams had a picture up there. Christian Horner had his horses, and I shook hands with Christian Horner, and I was like, he is a very, very docile, very well-spoken chap. There's a lot of money in his family, you can tell. He was great, and you know, I'm very, very glad to meet him. One person that I was hoping to get a chat to but didn't get to was Susie Perry. That was kind of a shame, really, because she was in great form. She had a picture as well. She had a picture. I think it was a selfie of her at Austin with Matt LeBlanc photobombing it, which I thought was crazy and all kinds of awesome. And I also actually spotted the pole position guys down there as well. Pole Position P1, you may know them as the Motorsport channel on YouTube. They do a great job covering all sorts of motorsport, and I saw Rosanna, their host, down there doing coverage and taking interviews and whatnot, and I was too shy to say hi because I'm just like that around girls. I'm terrible. I'm 21 years old and I still have girl problems like that. It's crazy. I get really shy sometimes, and you know, I got a chance to speak to Damon Hill right at the end as well. I said big fan, and you know, Damon Hill is a proper rock and roller outside of Formula One. You know, you can tell he hangs out with rock stars. I know he wasn't a band himself, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, overall, just a tremendous night, and people were asking me about this, so I thought I'd make this video about just to say, you know, and talk about it and whatnot. But it was an amazing event, and it was the first time I'd ever really covered an event as a journalist. It was my first real roaming journalistic experience, and it was wonderful. I felt mature. I felt like I've, you know, come a long way, and I've talked about this as well because I want to highlight something here, and that's. It's crazy how things can change in life all of a sudden. Like, go back 2 years ago, I was a business student, bored out of my brain, unmotivated, and my life was in a bit of a mess. You know, I had money issues. I was struggling in university. I was not enjoying my business course. My sister was just diagnosed with cancer, and you know, I was in a bit of a mess. I was trying to smile my way through the problems, and you know, I couldn't. It was a struggle for me, and it wasn't a good time in my life. So I had to get out of it. So I quit my course. The biggest problem in life I had was that I believed my own hype. When I was going through A levels and I was going through high school, when I was going through that educational phase when you're transitioning into university, age 17, 18, and when I turned that business studies A level I got from a D to an A in 1 year, I thought, I've got to do business now because I've got an A at it. I mean, I'm going to be awesome at business. And then you realise that wasn't really me. I mean, even when I did an accountancy firm for work experience when I was 15 years old, I always felt out of place. Like, because I was the numbers guy growing up, I thought this would be a natural fit for me. And it's like, you know what? People have told me since it's boring, don't do it. It's not a good occupation. And I mean, what am I going to do with a business degree? And you know, the thing is, when you're good at something, it doesn't mean you necessarily like it. And the thing is with that is, when the going gets tough, you find it really hard to stay motivated when it comes to doing these kind of things. And you know, the best advice I can give to anybody who's growing up now or thinking about the future, you know, what are they going to do in life? And you know, if you're that person who's thinking about it, all I will say is this: Do something you're passionate about. Do something you enjoy. Trust me, there is a university course out there for everyone. All you got to do is work hard and find it. Don't do something for the sake of it. If it doesn't make you happy, if you don't enjoy studying it, then don't do it. It's not worth it. And you know what? I've got to thank Matthew Layton so much for this opportunity, because it's made me a better person. It's made me better at my job. It's made my videos better. I owe an awful lot to him, and I'm extremely grateful for what he's done for me, for my channel, for my work. I'm very humbled for that. It's very humbling to say that the people believe in you and they want you to do well. And it's quite surreal how I was 19 and kind of in a mess life-wise, and my head was all over the place. And 2 years later, at 21, I can say I'm a journalist and a radio producer at 21 who broadcasts to a channel with over 800,000 views on YouTube and over 4,000 subscribers. It's a very humbling thing. And again, don't ever underestimate how quickly your life can change, and how quickly these opportunities can come for you. If it's there, take it. Grab it by the bollocks. Seriously, make it work for you. And do something you enjoy and you're passionate about, and keep plugging away. One of the craziest bits of advice I ever got from life was from playing the original FIFA Street on PS2. Harvey from So Solid Crew was commentating that game and it was awful, but the one thing he always said, which is always true: keep banging on the door, it will open. Trust me. And just keep doing what you want to do, and keep enjoying what you do as well, because ultimately it will make the quality of your life better. And that's what I wanted to say in this video, and that was the point of what I was trying to say. I know this video is a bit of a humble brag, if I'm honest, but there was a point to it. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and what I had to say on this one. Let me know what you guys' plans are. I'd love to hear what you guys have got in mind for the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? What do you want to do when you get older? And, I'd love to hear you guys, because I always love getting to know the people that watch me. And yeah. I'm still kind of in shock the whole thing even happened. Like, I'm shaking hands with Bernie Ecclestone, Christian Horner, and Damon Hill, and it's crazy. It's it hasn't really sunk in yet, but hopefully it'll be my first experience of many. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll definitely catch you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, catch you guys next time. Sayonara.